crashing. Take my hand. Let me show you a place where the wonder never ends. Can you feel it now? We're on our way, the way of gold. Sunrise on the bay. See how I will serenade. One song for a brand new day. Feel the warmth like a sand. Hold it in your hand. It's your world now. Shelter this dream so the wonder never ends. Feel it now. We're on our way, the way of gold. Sunrise on the bay. Sing out loud to the serenade. One song for a brand new day. Brand new ocean to ocean, we stand by the shore. All that comes after and what came before. The way of gold, sunrise on the bay. To the serenade, one song for a brand new day. One song for a brand new
Hello again, everyone. This is Nalani, and that was some of our killer whale family, showing off their size, speed, power, and problem-solving abilities. These behaviors keep our whales active and engaged. SeaWorld's killer whales have inspired generations to care for our natural world, and we're excited to share their story with you today.
Killer whales are the ocean's top predator. They use cooperation and communication, not just size and strength, to take their place at the top of the ocean's food web. At the bottom are small animals, like krill. At the top, the apex predator, the killer whale. Killer whales are as big as a bus, faster than an Olympic swimmer, high flying and powerful.
You're going to see all of that today and more. These and other behaviors provide an environment that's full of enrichment.
We spend days, weeks, months, years building relationships with our whales. This creates trust, and that allows us to do some amazing things. For example, when you visit the doctor, you present your arm to draw blood, or step on the scale to see how much you weigh. It's much the same with our whales.
Throughout tonight's experience, you're going to see the killer whales moving together in unison. These synchronized behaviors strengthen their social bond and help them problem solve as a group. This is just another reason why killer whales are known as the ocean's top predator. Their scientific name is Orcinus orca. Their common name is killer whale. But here at SeaWorld, all 5 of our whales have their own individual name. The 3 you met at the beginning of the show and who are swimming in the pool right now Nalani and Malia. Katina is our oldest whale here at 44 years old. She is also the leader or matriarch of the pod. Let's get this, guys, in this killer whale society or killer whale pods, the females are the ones that are in charge. Nalani is her daughter who's 14 years old, and Malia is just under Nalani's age at 13. She'll be 14 pretty soon. Now, the two other whales that you're going to meet later on in the show are our two males, Trua and Makaio. Makaio is our youngest whale and Katina's son. He is 10 years old. And Trua, who just had a birthday last week, just turned 15. And he is our largest whale at over 6,000 pounds, and he is still growing. So our killer whales trust us, and they take an active role in their own health and well-being. One of the most important behaviors we train here are called husbandry behaviors. Husbandry is basically a fancy word for healthcare behaviors. So right now, we're going to show you how we get a blood sample on the killer whales. So right now, Morgan and Nick asked them to roll over on their backs and present their tail flukes. Now what we're looking for are the whales to be nice and calm, just like they are. Now right in the middle of their tail flukes in that white area, Nick is pointing that out right now, is a very large vein that runs right on the surface. So that makes it a very easy place for our veterinarians to come by and get that blood sample. Now you're probably noticing that the trainers are giving them a nice tail rub. You might see a back rub throughout the show. This is just one of the many ways we can reinforce the killer whales. They do have very sensitive skin. They really seem to love to get those back rubs. Now think about one of the first things your doctor has you do when you step into an office is walk onto a scale to see how much you weigh. Well, in one of our Jason pools, we have a huge killer whale size scale that looks very similar to this slide out. So we're going to show you what that looks like when we weigh our killer whales. Now we actually weigh them about once a week to see how the weight is doing. Now all we have to do is ask them to slide up on this scale, and I think, let's see who's doing this, is Katina is going to slide up. So remember, Katina is our oldest whale. She's 44, and she is the boss of this pod. So here she comes right on this slide out. Now if you notice, a large part of her body is still in the water. Kinda. Now from her dorsal fin all the way to her tail flukes, that's a large muscle. It weighs a few hundred pounds, and she already knows what she's supposed to do. She's a smarty. So when we fix that problem to get an accurate body weight, we just have to ask them to lift their tails up and out of the water. She already was doing that, so we can get that body weight. And we weigh our youngsters like Nalani and Malia to make sure they're growing properly, and our older killer whales like Katina to make sure they're maintaining a healthy weight.
Yes.
And the care isn't just physical. Mental stimulation and play are vital, and we surprise and engage with our whales at every opportunity. Play is how killer whales teach their young to hunt, and for the adults, play is important too. It seems that they just enjoy having fun. Making time for play is an important part of life for killer whales, and for us.
Observational learning and mimicry play an important role in a young killer whale's life. From the moment they are born, they learn necessary life skills by watching their moms and other members of the pod and mimicking their behavior. It's kind of like playing a fun game of follow the leader, and that's exactly what we are going to do over here with Malia. We're going to play a game of follow the leader with some of our audience members. So we're going to select the audience that's closest to us. Hi guys, how are you doing tonight? All right, thank you guys so much for wearing your face mask. That's awesome. But what I'm going to have you do is you four stand on up so Malia can get a good look at you. And what I'm going to have you guys do is hold both of your hands out like this and give her a big wave high. And we're going to see if she'll play follow the leader and do that same thing that you're doing. Ready, go. Really big so she can see. Perfect, and she got it. Good job, everyone. Now, killer whales are also very curious animals. They're known to jump up out of the water to get a better look at their environment. So we are going to venture on to the other side of the stadium where Miss Nalani is going to show off what that looks like. So it's called a sliding bow or a spy hug. So everyone pay attention to Nalani on this side of the stage. She's taking a look at you, getting a better look at the environment. SeaWorld's research and observation of the killer whales in our care has shed light on many mysteries surrounding these amazing animals. For example, we know that the gestation period of a pregnant killer whale is 17 months. This information would be impossible to learn out in the wild. Some info, though, can only be gained through field observation, and that's why SeaWorld works with our partners such as the Norwegian Orca Survey and NOAA to further that knowledge. Killer whales are singular, powerful animals, and perhaps the best demonstration of that power is when they hunt.
Killer whales stand apart. They have no natural predators, and just about any other ocean animal could be their dinner. Depending on where they live and their chosen prey, they've developed some epic hunting techniques. Off the coast of South America, killer whales will beach themselves, riding in on waves just long enough to catch prey. They'll also create waves that knock animals like penguins or seals from ice cliffs. Most importantly, they cooperate, communicate, and coordinate as a team. Here's footage of killer whales corralling a school of herring. A whale dips in and feeds, while the other whales eat the fish together with swipes of their tail fins.
So killer whales make waves when they hunt, and they use those powerful tail flukes to stun their prey. Get ready for a demonstration. For our whales, this is going to be a fun activity session. But for all of you, this means it's time to get wet. athletes. They can eat a few 100 pounds of food a day. Their diet will vary depending on where they live and time of year. Unfortunately, overfishing, pollution, and other factors are having a serious impact on some killer whale populations.
Killer whales are impressive animals, and it's pretty obvious why they're the top predator in the ocean. That means killer whales are invincible, right? Wrong.
Killer whales depend on a plentiful food source and a clean environment. They're completely dominant, yet completely dependent.
When it comes down to it, killer whales are not the most powerful animal in the ocean. They're few
the oceans in our hands.
Killer whales continue to surprise and amaze us. They're the perfect ambassador for the ocean. Limitless, connected, powerful,
but still vulnerable.
the challenges that we face can seem insurmountable.
Don't give up. Be inspired.
We can make a difference.
The ocean needs our help, and that seems overwhelming. But together, we can make it happen.
There's so much to learn.
So much to protect. So much to explore. The killer whale story is still being written, and there are simple things we all can do to make a difference.
All it takes is one.
One choice.
One positive act.
One ripple that can grow and grow.
And change the world.
Together, we've got this.
All around the world, it's a brand new day. Open up your eyes, scout along the way. Every different creature, beautiful, unique, is counted in the treasure of our diversity. From the highest high to the deepest deep, so much mystery.